Hello everybody, welcome to another Rick's Picks. Today I'm going to be doing my review of the G.I. Joe classified figure Alpine. Now I'm excited about this figure. I always liked the original toy Alpine. I thought he was a little bit unique and kind of fun. And also, if you do have a bazooka figure, you need Alpine. Because in the old G.I. Joe cartoons, these two guys were like best friends. They kind of worked off of each other too. They were a great combination of differences but similarities. So they were a fun team in the cartoon. So, I do have Bazooka. Now I have my Alpine to go with them. So, with all that being said, first off, I want to say thank you to everybody who is subscribed. You're very much appreciated. And for anybody who watches this video and you do like it, then I ask that you please subscribe and also check out my G.I. Joe Classified playlist. So, with all that being said, without any further ado, let's get to the review. All right, so here he is in packaging. So first off, you got your standard G.I. Joe classified packaging. You have G.I. Joe up here, his name. You got an open window so you can see him, all his accessories. G.I. Joe classified. The Joe Star. Your choking hazards, age restriction, and Hasbro. Spin them around here. You get like a profile art, which is pretty okay. I've seen better, I've seen worse, so it looks alright. G.I. Joe, his number. Alright, swinging around to the back here. You get this cool picture of the figure. He's on the side of a mountain, being attacked by trouble bubbles. Alright, some of his finer details. And you have your legal underneath. Spinning around this way. You got his number, the rest of his window, his stats. QR code, and G.I. Joe. Spin them around here. You got his number again and the Joe Star. And then underneath you got your legal. So, with all that being said, let's open him up and see what he's about. So here he is out of packaging. I love the overall look to him. He definitely captures the classic look with a new flair. So the overall look to him is pretty good. I love this head sculpt. I think it looks really nice. Even like when you look at the sides, how he has the fade in his hair. I do like that. All right. Like I said, the face looks really cool. He has this rope that goes around. Now, if you can move that out of the way temporarily. And then look at his shirt. It says Idaho. And it has the purple and orange mountains, so I do like that. And I like the fact that you can actually open up his jacket to actually see in there. So that's really nice. I like that detail. Now, he has a climbing harness on him, along with a bunch of the mountain clips. So I really like that detail as well. So that's most of the main detail to the front. Spin him around to the side. Not a lot going on here that's really that big and spectacular. So you have your shoulder pad. Has a pad here on his forearm. Right. Come around to the back. He has a couple loops for climbing, mountain climbing. He has a bag here that's full of cord. So that's pretty nice as well. All right. Spin around here. The side is pretty much the same as the other side. And now back around to the front. So let's start looking at his points of articulation. So first off, his head does move. As we saw earlier, he has a shoulder joint with a swivel. You got an elbow joint. And you have a wrist joint. All right. Get these arms up. He has a joint right here underneath the ribs. And you also have a hip joint. Okay. Spin them around this way. You have a thigh joint with a swivel. You have a knee joint. It's a little tight, but it does move. And you also have a swivel at the top of the boot. And then last but not least, you have your ankle joint. So everything moves pretty well. The knee joints are a little stiff, but, nothing that's that major. Now, he comes with a lot of stuff here. So first off, he comes with his iconic hat. All right. He comes with a pair of glasses. All right. He comes with 2 mountain climbing hooks or axes. I'm not exactly sure what this tool is called. All right. 1, 2. All right. Comes with a spindle of mountain climbing hook. All right. He comes with a gun that's supposed to compel a hook, which is this hook here. That just pops right in here, just like this. All right. So boom, you got that. All right. And then last but not least, he has an assault rifle. I believe the clip comes out. It does. All right. So now let's start looking at how all this works with them. So first off, let's start with the goggles. All right. A little bit tight, which is good, but they fit on very nicely. All right. Don't have any issues with his goggles. Next is his hat. Pops right on. No issues with that. The grappling hook, I don't think this is meant to really fit in his hand. I mean, you want to kind of have him hold it like that, you can. But it's wrapped on there, so you're not going to get that really to hold. You probably could if you want, but you might mess up that wrap. And that, you could probably just hook it on back here. So he could carry that hook on him, which is pretty nice. I think the original Alpine toy came with a grappling hook with a cord, if I remember right. So next, let's look at his climbing gear. I'm going to just call them axes. So let's get this one in his hand. Right. That fits in there pretty well. No issues. And then now let's get this other one in here. All right. Oops. It's a matter of just twisting it into the hand. Now his fingers are pretty easy to move. So you could probably just open them up right up. The thumb's giving me a little bit of a problem though. And whatever just fell off. All right. Twist it around and boop. All right. So both of the axe fit in his hands. No issues. I think these could probably just sit in the back here too. You put it in this loop here. So now you got that one sitting there. And get this other one out. That through. All right. Get around his leg gear. So now you have those, and then you can just take this hook. Hook that on there as well, so you could get his equipment in the back there. No issues. Now for his rifle. So first off, you have his assault rifle here. All right. That fits very well in his hand. No issues with that one. And we're going to put the other one in this other hand here. All right. Slide on in. There it goes. So that one fits in that hand. No issues. So all his accessories work pretty well with him. I don't have any issues with his accessories. All right, so my final thoughts on him is I do think he's a really cool character figure. I like the overall look to him. His joints move pretty well. His knees were a little bit tight, and I think his shoulders were a little tight too. Nothing that you can't handle. Worst case scenario, add a little bit of heat, and it'll make it all fine for you. So, those are the only issues with his joints. Other than that, all his weapons work very well with him. I like how they all look and work with him. So it all swapped out pretty easily. So everything really works with this figure. I like the overall look to him. I like how everything fits. I think the only thing, and I could be wrong about this, that he might be missing. I think the original Alpine figure actually came with a backpack. I'm not 100% sure. I think came with a pack that had all his equipment on it. But, this one didn't, and it works for him. So would I recommend this figure? Yes, I would. I would highly recommend this figure to go with the rest of your classified collection. So, with that being said, I hope you all did like this review. If you did, go ahead and check out my G.I. Joe playlist and hit that like, share, and subscribe. They're all small clicks for you, but it really helps this channel grow. So, until the next one, late.